and we're 7-2 in conference. Mason Kohn wins the opening face-off for the Orange. Boy, he had quite the week and quite the game last time out against Colgate, 17 of 22. He dodges right to the crease. His first shot goes in the back of the net. We're just 14 seconds in, and the Orange are up 1-0. Boy, you don't even need 10 other teammates on the field. Mason Kohn does it himself here, Adam.
I don't know how this is possible, but Mason Kohn has become a better player moving from Division III to Division I. In his 2 years at Tufts, Kohn had 11 total points. He has 5 in the last 2 games here at Syracuse. I don't know how he does it. He has gotten better while moving to the highest level.
It's shocking, and Mason Kohn has really blossomed to start this season. Gary Gates said that he dominated D3, but physically he's a D1 athlete, and I think that was on full display right there. Johnny Mullen wins the faceoff for Syracuse this time around. The Orange, it's a brand new season for the Cuse at the faceoff, Adam. It seems like this year, every single time there's a faceoff, the Orange have the
first game of the season, struggled a bit in the first quarter, but like Colgate, he's got the opening goal then and has one of the first 2 goals today.
Mason Kohn back at the faceoff X, and he wins once again. He's going up against James Hogan for Manhattan, the faceoff man who transferred from Ohio State last year.
Got some good time at Ohio State. Had 18 faceoffs against Michigan, of course. Had a massive rivalry game, and Michigan.
Orange to be on the All-ACC preseason team. Funny enough, he's on the second midfield line for Syracuse to start this year. Manhattan wins its first draw. So now we'll see if the Jaspers can flip the field and get some offense going. Last year, Manhattan scored 9 goals a game, which was second worst in conference last year, but the Jaspers pride themselves in defense. They gave up 8 goals per game last, the ball in the back of the net, so Manhattan converts on winning its first face-off of the game. But back to the same old as Mason Kohn wins this face-off for SU. Kohn had the opening goal just 15 seconds into Syracuse. He said he was a pass-first guy, and that's coming from someone who holds the Long Island career points record with 501 points. He said he's more of a pass-first guy. But that shot stopped by Hapward. He went top right on his last shot that went in. Tried to go below the goalie Hapward, but no success on the back of the net. Mason Kohn once again at the face-off X. He wins another one.
Joe, there's going to be a lot of games this season where a couple of Syracuse's top guys are pointless just because of the amount of scores there are on this team. So it's all about
a new face-off man for the Jaspers. Rivera loses the face-off for Manhattan. Jaziel Rivera, the junior face-off man from White Plains. His father is in attendance today. You might have heard of him. His name's Mariano Rivera.
This Syracuse team, so dangerous.
Gary Gate came from that background as well. And then, all the Canadians that are on this team. Owen Hiltz, Finn Thompson, the transfers, Jake Stevens and Sam English. When you play box lacrosse, Adam, what advantage does that give you? The Stars are in the Salt City today, catching some lacrosse. How about Mariano Rivera, the leader in saves in Major League Baseball history, watching his son Jaziel play today, face-off man for the Manhattan Jaspers. And Adam, you got to think, how's Jaziel holding the lacrosse stick and not throwing cutters right now?
This makes me so happy to see him play in lacrosse. As a lacrosse player my entire life, you're always battling against those baseball guys. Both spring season
It's a rivalry.
It's a massive rivalry. And to have Mariano Rivera's son playing lacrosse, not baseball, that makes me happy inside.
That's a big win for the lacrosse community. Mariano Rivera in attendance today. I mean, I'm a huge Yankee fan, so I'm trying not to freak out at the moment. But Mariano, they just put up the fan of the game on the Jumbotron, and Mariano was notably snubbed from being 19 for Manhattan, just a few steps behind. Hiltz with his head up, he found that open space and allowed Spallina just to have an easy pass right in front.
It's that team chemistry, those cuts, all they have to do is lock eyes, and just from that, they know exactly what's about to happen.
A face-off violation on Mason Kohn. Mariano Rivera's son comes up with a huge win for Manhattan. Have attended each other's weddings. They've been a part of each other's lives ever since John played at Gettysburg College. So this is quite the emotional game for both sides. O'Dearna's team. Syracuse 10 goals today. Hiltz and Stevens are the only two players that have a multi-goal game. That just shows that SU's been spreading the wealth, not just today, but even if it's first 2 wins of the season. 8 straight games. So when you talk about, Adam, all of these question marks for Manhattan, all these new faces, Scott O'Connor is one of those guys with Kyle Gukwa that can help the Jaspers get back to where they were last season, which was a 10-5 ball club.
It's hard to start your season against Syracuse, to look up at the scoreboard and see you're down 10-2 in your first.
Colgate. He's got 15 helpers on the season. Man, Tawarat's on watch list. They got to be looking at his name. Mason Kohn all the way to Spallina. SU beats the buzzer. Right place at the right time. Look at this. Kohn wins it cleanly, tries a last-second bouncer, ends up in Spallina's stick. Yeah, my hands are up in the air too.
Yeah, that was a shot. That was not a pass from Mason Kohn. If it was, that's one of the best passes I've ever seen. But Joey Spallina to stick with it and understand that I got to go right away once that ball's into my stick. And with that being so close, the refs are going to take another look at it here.
You can see not only Spallina, but a lot of the players on the sideline smiling ear to ear. You're right, Adam. That was not intended whatsoever. So let's take a look here.
Without a doubt.
I mean, yeah, that seems to beat the buzzer.
I mean, we're probably going to have another face-off here.
Gary Gates clapping on the sideline. Referee's putting the teams back.
The goal is good. We're going to put 1 second left on the clock and face off.
It took Syracuse 3 seconds to score.
It's unbelievable. This is what has taken this Syracuse team to the next level, the ability to win faceoffs and to score as quickly as that. It's that make it, take it style of play that you'll hear Gary Gate, that you'll hear these players talk about that they just did not have last season.
This faceoff just a formality here. A great half for Syracuse at the faceoff X. 1989 NCAA Championship's most outstanding player. Here we go. Start of the second half. Mason Kohn wins another faceoff. Syracuse has won 14 of those today. And Adam, it seems like the Jaspers, when they try and size up some of these Syracuse defenders, it doesn't go their way. Syracuse always wins that battle, but if Manhattan passes the ball quickly, they get some good looks on Cage.
Yeah, the Orange have been so dominant on defense that Manhattan can't get anything going off the dodge. So they're going to have to move the ball quicker and find a way to open guys up through quick ball movement. Maybe some off-ball, some not off-ball screens, some on-ball screens, a little bit of a two-man game. Find other ways to get this offense going than just trying to dodge, because that's not working so far today.
Kohn won the face-off for Syracuse. A Hall of Fame human being.
I just assumed that the 7th inning stretch was something like always in baseball. I didn't realize there was a creator of it.
Is there a stretch in lacrosse? Is that just halftime?
Yeah, halftime, quarters.
What would be the 7th inning of a lacrosse game?
End of the 3rd quarter?
Probably.
About now, maybe.
Maybe. Cuse has built so far. The number 9 team in the country coming into the season 2-0 through the first 2 games, and SU's up 14-3 once more. Pushing and shoving after the faceoff. Infraction on Manhattan, so Syracuse gets the ball. So you mentioned earlier how Syracuse has moved Spallina scores.
It's not just the offensive guys that are getting involved as well. You got one from Mason Kohn. You got Sam Alexa with the goal. And just like last game, when you can also have those guys on the face-off, your LSMs, your short D score, that makes your offense.
From Ontario, he played at the Hill Academy, the same school that Owen Hiltz went to. transferred from Onondaga Community College, and in 26 games with the Lakers, he scored 102 goals.
This guy's pretty used to seeing the ball go.
To sort of mentor these freshmen and younger players while they're out here on the field, it just goes to show the depth that Gary Gait continues to talk about with his team. Jack Fine at the face-off X for Syracuse against Jaziel Rivera. The winner, once again, Mariano Rivera's son. Late action for Heiner. His shot misses high.